Hello, pumpkins! I don't feel like wearing makeup today, so naked face, I am okay with that. If you're new to this channel, welcome. We talk about tarot and pop culture, magic, chaos magic, druidry, neo-paganism, and anything else that's on my mind at the time. So, today I'm going to do a tarot reading on Mr. Rudy Giuliani. Yes, I'm talking about politics. So, I'm Canadian. I don't have as much of a vested interest in American politics as many of my American subscribers. I understand that this is a controversial issue. If you are not able to keep an open mind about your political preferences, I suggest that you skip this video. I have no idea how the cards are going to turn out. I do shuffle. They are random, and then I interpret the language that is presented before me. So, I have my own political ideas. Everybody does. I am going to try to be as unbiased as possible and deliver a reading about what is going on right now with Rudy Giuliani. So if you're not aware, as you probably are, Rudy is in some hot water right now. He has had his apartment searched and 18 devices seized by, I believe it's the FBI, not exactly sure what department it is, and they are specifically looking at his duties related to the former American president and to his activities in the Ukraine. So the deck I'm using today is Legend of Arthurian by Anne-Marie Ferguson. I'm just going to do a 4-card spread today, and I will show you the cards one at a time. You may wonder why I don't show you the cards and me. I did a poll whether you'd like to see my face and whether you'd like to see the cards, and the poll said my face. So I eventually will have a split screen set up and 2 cameras, but right now it's just the one, so you get to see me and my rosacea. You'll have to pardon me. I have cut out 2 instances of Merlin taking issue. He is very much interested in play, so we're just going to do a quick video today, and then Merlin is going to go to the DOG PARK, and we are going to have some fun. Then, so we have the 7 of Shields, which is the 7 of Pentacles in a traditional suit, reversed. The Knight of Spears, or the Knight of Wands. The 2 of Spears, or the 2 of Wands. And the King of Spears reversed, or the King of Wands reversed. So, in this 4-card spread, we have two court cards. And so when I see court cards, it often represents other people. So, although I believe that we are all in control of our destiny, we don't live in a vacuum. So we are influenced by other people, and other people affect our situation. 7 of Shields reversed. Okay, so upright, this is about getting the harvest and getting the outcome that you work your butt off for. When this is reversed, this is about not getting the outcome that you thought. So everything that Giuliani had put into place is kind of falling apart, and this is not the outcome that he sought. Knight of Spears, I think this is representing him. He just keeps going. So he is charging forward. He is doubling down. He is not in any way altering his plan or his view. However, with the 2 of Spears, this could go one of 2 ways. So either he could cooperate or not cooperate, it looks to be. If he does not cooperate, which is what he's doing right now, this is not going to end in his favor. Cooperating may mean flipping, i.e. reporting on his former boss, the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, obviously. So he has information that the the prosecutors want. There is a grand jury right now looking at indictment of the Trump Organization, and with Giuliani being the former lawyer to the president, he's got dirt. How much dirt is left that wasn't on the devices that were seized? That's another story. And he may not have that much information to give. But things are not looking rosy right now. Giuliani has asked Trump to pay for his legal fees because, hey, former boss, I'm in this situation because of you. Trump does have a record of not paying his bills. Regardless of what you think of the man, we know that he doesn't have a good history of paying his bills. He's gone bankrupt a few times and has is known for not living up to his end of the bargain. So he's notoriously, I'm trying to be kind, frugal, shall we say. So he is not wanting to give up money for Giuliani's legal bills, which is like, hey, I was there for you, buddy. You need to be there for me in return. And that's giving a lot of incentive to flip, and that's also going to give him some leverage to possibly avoid some punishments. Now we know that the former attorney to Trump, Michael Cohen, spent some time behind bars for acts he committed on behalf of the president. I don't think that he paid off Stormy Daniels out of the goodness of his heart. So it is kind of ironic that Michael Cohen spent time in jail, but yet Trump did not, for the same crime that was committed on behalf of somebody else. Some may want to blame the Biden administration for there being this investigation happening now. However, these investigations had started at the very beginning of the Trump presidency and are not brand new. These investigations take a very long time, and some of the stuff is about the Ukraine incident and what Giuliani's involvement was, and that was well into the Trump's presidency, but wasn't related to the Trump Organization. So these investigations with the Ukraine did start, I believe that was 2 years ago, I want to say, and they couldn't prosecute a sitting president, but certainly the investigation was ongoing. So, King of Spears reversed. This, for me, is the card that does represent Donald Trump. So this is really about his wrath. I see the King of Spears reversed, or the King of Wands reversed, as typically an older man who has a temper and who uses that temper to hurt others. So I think we are looking at any possible alliance between Giuliani and Trump going sour very fast. And I think that the reason why Giuliani is not flipped yet is because Trump has information on Giuliani too. So will he flip? That's what we're going to look at next. Because right now it can go both ways with the Two of Spears. Six of Swords. So this is about like carrying a burden and carrying information. So this is like he's got the goods, and if he doesn't drop that information, he is going to be in trouble. Now, I look at the Six of Wands also as being like going on or near water, and to me this is also about like being in hot water because of things from the past. So this is going to get interesting. The Fool reversed. Okay, this is about being played for a fool. So a Fool upright is kind of new beginnings, happy-go-lucky. Fool reversed is often about being foolish. So Giuliani is very quickly realizing that he was being played for a fool. And so it looks like, he's going to flip. Will Giuliani do jail time is the next question I want to ask. There is actually a card that represents being trapped and can also represent actually being behind bars. That is the Eight of Swords. I do shuffle, so, and there's 78 cards in the deck. So we are looking at, I don't know whether that'll come up or not. I think it would be interesting. We also have the, often when I see crimes being committed, the Justice card, especially the Justice reversed if something is bad, and the Seven of Wands can be about sneakiness, and the High Priestess reverse can often be about, or High Priestess can be about things that are hidden, secrets, and High Priestess reverse is about secrets being revealed often, or mysteries being revealed. So let's see. Remember I said Eight of Swords? We got Eight of Swords reversed. So, okay, here we got Four of Cups, which is interesting in this situation, and I will get into it. Nine of Wands reversed. Once again, the King of Spears reversed, so this is the card that I associate with Donald Trump. And the Eight of Swords reversed. Okay. So, Four of Cups, this is often about daydreaming and manifestation and, setting goals and looking towards your goals. Now, I think I'd mentioned before on my channel at some point, it's been a while since I've done a video about American politics. So if you've ever heard of the book, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. Norman Vincent Peale was a reverend in I believe, Presbyterian church in New York City. And the Trump family, Fred Trump, was an attendee, a parishioner of Reverend Peale's church. So if you've heard of The Secret, I have my own issues about The Secret, and there will be a video coming, but it's often about, like, what you think about will come true. There's more to that, but Norman Vincent Peale was all about, like, envisioning the future, positive thinking, positive results, and so often I think that a lot of the reason why Trump has had this Teflon Don and that he has been able to get away with things, and kind of like if you tell a lie so many times it just becomes truth, I think a lot of that has to do with, like, that creative visualization of manifesting things to become true. So Norman Vincent Peale was the officiant at Donald Trump's first two weddings. He didn't officiate the wedding with Melania Trump because Norman Vincent Peale passed away by then. So I'm assuming that's the only reason that he wasn't present at that wedding, is because he was no longer alive. So yeah, he was brought up, Donald Trump was brought up, like, about, if you visualize it, it'll happen. So I think that because of that, I don't think that Trump is going to do jail time. He's always had this Teflon Don. He has done things that he's gotten away with. So I understand that I have Trump supporters who watch my channel. I am not going to speculate on whether he is or is not guilty. I am saying that he's not going to do jail time if he did or did not do something. So if he was framed for something, he's not going to be found guilty. If he did something, he's not going to end up serving jail time. He's had that reputation of Teflon Don and has got away scot-free with some things in the past. There have been accusations that he did some not good things to over a dozen women. Over the past 40 years, there have been over a dozen women, including Marla Maples, who have said that he's done inappropriate things to them. And at least one of the people involved in that was an underage woman. Actually, I'm going to take that back, because an underage woman isn't a woman. An underage woman is a child. So those accusations have been made, and there have never been any consequences for that. So there have been many instances, and this is historical, of him, having contracts and not paying workers. And so there's been stuff that's happened that he's got away with. When the casino was about to fail, Fred Trump walked in, dropped $4 million, and it bought $4 million in chips, and then walked out. So basically he bailed out the casino by donating $4 million. So we're looking at that whole visualization thing playing out of him, having this ability to control his destiny through positive thinking. So getting back to Giuliani. So do I think that Giuliani is going to spend time in jail? I'm going to look at that. No. Looking at the Eight of Swords reverse, because this is the card that, if this was upright, I'm like, yeah, he's going behind bars. With this being reversed, I think that he is going to cut a deal. So in exchange for no prison time or some sort of, he may end up doing like a house arrest or something like that, but he's not going to be spending significant time behind bars. And that's going to be part of some sort of plea deal. So, if you give up the big fish, or if you, something going on with Eric Trump. Eric might end up having some consequences for this, and that's interesting. Will Donald Trump allow one of his children to pay any sort of penalty for him getting away? That's interesting, and I may do another reading just on Trump. I know that will be controversial, and I'm trying to be to just read the cards as they're presented and not talk about my own bias. But yeah, I never imagined that I would have a channel that would have American subscribers and have Trump supporters. That just I didn't think about that being a small town Canadian girl. Okay, the Nine of Spears. So decisions have to be made. So he can't sit on this. So when I see this upright, this is often about formalizing your final battle plan, and this is about enacting that battle plan. So he needs to kind of pee or get off the pot kind of thing. Okay, so my conclusion then is that he will flip on Trump for some sort of a plea deal, and he will get a much reduced sentence. If there is some sort of punishment to Giuliani, it would be he's not going to do a significant jail time. He is quite old, so for a white collar crime, I think that there may be some sort of punishment as house arrest or community service or something like that, but I don't see jail time being done, and that's part of a plea deal to flip on Donald Trump. And I think that there may be more of a consequence for Eric than for anyone else involved. Now, Don Jr. has been kind of this. Well, I mean, Ivanka's clearly the favorite child, and I don't think that Trump would ever let Ivanka go to jail. I think if it came down to Ivanka going to jail or Trump going to jail, I think it would be Trump wouldn't let that happen. But I think he would. I don't think he would do the same for Eric. Certainly wouldn't do that for Tiffany. Tiffany has been staying out of this whole thing. Don Jr. is, that's kind of been his favorite son, so I don't know. My phone is ringing. Okay. Please don't call me. I get panic attacks when my phone rings. Anyways, okay, so outcome being that Giuliani will not have harsh consequences for this. He will have some consequences, but he does flip. Don't call me, for fuck's sake! Okay. All right. So that is my assessment on Rudy Giuliani. I did try to just read the cards, so if you disagree... Oh my god! Don't call me! For fuck's sake! Okay. Somebody's calling me from California. I don't know anybody in California. I'm assuming it's a telemarketer. So I'm going to end this now. Please never call me. If you, for some reason, I think on Facebook I had to enter a business number. So if you get my number, like, text is okay. Email is best. Don't call me. All right. Have a great day, pumpkins. I'm going to check voicemail and see who this was. All right. Bye.